watching News 4 at 5 in high definition.
Hot August Nights is partnering with a world-famous car auction, and we've got the details in a special report from Arizona. And protesters take to Nevada's capital to air their grievances against the change in gun laws. This is News 4 at 5. Good evening and thanks for joining us here tonight. I'm Brooke Boone. Breaking news into the newsroom tonight. It's been called the ultimate car auction, the Barrett-Jackson Auto Show, drawing in thousands of visitors and millions of dollars. And now it's coming to Reno in a partnership with Hot August Nights. Brian Samudio has more from the showroom floor in Scottsdale, Arizona.
So it's official, you saw it on national television.
Well, that's great news for our area and great news for Hot August Nights. Well, again, hazy skies this morning over Reno and freezing temperatures throughout the night. News 4's Alex Sachs joins us now with a first look at our weather forecast that sounds more and more like a broken record.
It does, those hazy skies, and we are still in that yellow burn code, so it's voluntary burn. But let's go ahead and take a look at our current.
This week, the governor made a big push for education in his State of the State speech, and part of that push is to help fund a big new project at the University of Nevada. News 4's Ashley Cullens is here with more. Ashley.
Hi, Brooke. The old Getchell Library is sitting dark.
9 students and 1 teacher from Carson High School are in Washington, D.C. for the presidential inauguration Monday. News 4's Alex Sachs caught up with the group today and has an update from the trip so far.
They've now spent just one whole day in Washington.
The group will be in D.C. for a total of 5 days, and they do have tickets to the presidential inauguration Monday morning. We will have full coverage right here on News 4 starting at 7:30. Meanwhile, at Nevada's state capitol today, pro-gun advocates gathered together to protest the recent anti-gun legislation. At noon, protesters picketed outside the state legislature building. Just a few days ago, on January 16th, President Obama unveiled a package of gun control proposals that include universal background checks and bans on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. Protesters in Carson City called their rally pro-Second Amendment and spoke out against the new proposals.
I believe the federal government should not supersede the state's laws on firearms, and I believe the Constitution should be defended, especially the Second Amendment.
The recent Sandy Hook shootings in Newtown, Connecticut have reignited the political decision on gun control, sparking a series of similar protests nationwide. Today, the American Red Cross and Reno Fire Department teamed up to help spread fire awareness across town. Volunteers took to the streets today canvassing areas of Reno and Sparks to help spread information on staying safe and fireproofing. Officials with the program say they are canvassing today to honor the service of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Volunteers with the program say that if you're prepared, a fire can be stopped.
We wanted to identify if they had a working fire or smoke detector in their home, and whether they had first aid kits in their home. The fire department was here today, and they communicated that about 70 to 80% of those fires in homes could be prevented.
Volunteers say these easy-to-forget precautions can lead to home fires, so keep hand towels away from stoves, make sure to plug all heaters directly into the wall, away from furniture or other flammable items, and avoid running cords under the carpet or furniture. And of course, make sure your smoke alarms are up and working. Well, coming up on News 4 at 5, the hostage situation in Algeria has entered its 4th day. Now, military organizations are looking at ways to end the standstill. And after nearly 2 years of violence and thousands of deaths, the UN is visiting Syria to see what they can do to help the victims of violence. Stay with us. News 4 at 5 will be right back. It has been very difficult to get confirmed information as the hostage crisis at a gas plant in Algeria continues. The country's state news agency is reporting the military has launched a final attempt to free the hostages. NBC's Annabelle Roberts has been following the story from London. Monday's presidential inauguration and Martin Luther King holiday coincide this year, but it's no coincidence that today President Obama is invoking Dr. King's legacy, calling on Americans to do something for their fellow Americans and a national day of service. Brian Moore reports.
On a day of national service.
Coming up later tonight on News 4 at 6, it's been over a month since the tragic Sandy Hook shooting, and now community leaders are finally working on a long-term solution for the many kids now left without a school. Well, Alex, you know, it sounds like I said earlier, a broken record for our weather over the past couple of days, but it looks like we're going to start changing over the next couple of days.
Exactly. As soon as that high pressure system moves out, we are going to get a little bit more clear skies and warmer temperatures, it looks like, by the end of the work week, hitting 49 by Wednesday and 50 next Saturday. I think that's going to be great for those heading up to the ski hill. I'm sure they're going to love it. I'm sure you would too.
Well,
right?
yeah, warmer conditions is always nice, but again, for all the snow lovers out there, I'm sure they're looking forward to that next system.
Yep, and not this week. Doesn't look like it'll come in this week. But looking at the next few days, it looks like freezing fog will be a challenge. So if you are heading out tonight, later on this evening after midnight, expect some freezing fog for those driving conditions. Maybe give yourself a little extra time and room between you and the next driver.
All right, thanks, Alex. Well, that'll do it for us tonight on News 4 at 5. We'll see you back here at 6.